Welcome. Today we're going to be working on this experiment. It's a Mandevilla or RockTrumpet, and it's a tropical plant that grows in a viney sort of structure. You can see it's got kind of an interesting root base there. Let's take a closer look at it. I picked up this Mandevilla plant or RockTrumpet at a local nursery back in the beginning of last spring, and it grew outside, did very well all year. I've had it inside under lights and chilling at some pretty cool temperatures around 55 degrees this winter. It keeps putting out these long shoots. I've cut them off a couple of times. I did cut it back once earlier this year, and it really caused a lot of back budding and stuff. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it way back, start getting into shape, make some hard decisions, maybe take out some of these external branches around here and get it ready for the growing season this year. All right, well, let's get started. So this plant is actually a vine that gets quite woody and rigid. I have put in some wooden supports here to keep it held up. Don't know. The next thing you need to know about this plant is that it bleeds some sort of latex way worse than a ficus does. So wear your gloves. Okay. You can see it's got one central stem right here. Right here, it has a central stem. We've got 2 branches connected to the same place there. You can see some new shoots coming off. So I wonder if I need to keep those old branches at all, or if I could just take those off, because they go up long and straight. Let me start by cutting everything short and then seeing where we're at. This one goes long and straight, so I'm going to cut it back to right there. Leave a little bit of stuff. I'm going to get something to put this into, because you can see it just bleeds and bleeds. You can see it's got new growth coming out everywhere. It's very vigorous. Okay, let's just take this one off here. Looks like there's a division there. There is. It divides into 2. Links right here. Now we're getting into the center here, so okay, I've got it all kind of to a similar height and shape, so let's get in there and trim a little bit of those leaves out and see which of these larger branches we want to keep and which we want to get rid of. Okay, now let's look at this a little bit, and I'll kind of take you through my thought process on these. This branch right here sticks way out to the front. Let me turn it to the side so you can see it. Everything else is kind of lined up except for this guy. So what I asked myself is, does this branch bring me joy? does this branch add to the value to the tree? And I think it doesn't. I think it splits it too much, and maybe if we concentrated more growth into one here, we'd do better. So I'm just gonna take it off. Okay. I've got lots of stuff happening right in here. I like all of this stuff. I don't want to take much of it out. But let me see if there's some leaves I can clip off so we can get back in there closer and see a little bit better. You know what is happening here? You can see there I had branch. This one was getting some steam and they're just growing too close together, so I opted for the top piece because it had already split out into two. Okay, this one is getting a little viney there at the top, so I'm just going to clip it to take it back. There's a huge leaf. I'm going to just take it off. Take off this big leaf to let us see the trunk a little bit better and let light get in there a little more. So I'm going to go through and hunt big, older leaves that aren't really helping the plant. Actually, another problem, space right in here. A lot of branches, but man, they're all growing kind of the same way. Right there. It's three coming into one, so I'm going to take that top out. We'll see what happens. You can tell where you've cut here. It's got a big white spot everywhere you cut. That's a newer leaf, but I don't know. I think I do know. Let it focus its growth into this, otherwise it's going to just create a lot of viney structures. It'll grow more off of this. You can see it's already has more down there, so it'll keep building off these suckers that will continue feeding the trunk, making it larger. I'm going to go in there and clean that up a little bit. I don't want to clean it up so much that I don't want this sucker going there. Actually, I don't want any of these suckers right here. That's why I took the branch off. Okay, I'm going to cut it any closer now. Next time I prune it, I'll cut it closer, but let it die back a little bit. I'm going to cut these funky. No, I'm going to leave them. Well, that's what I did. Okay, now we're going to wire it. See how that goes. The reason I want to wire is because without it, you can see these things grow very close together. And what I want to do is kind of force them to spread out here, away from the main body. You know what? That was really awkward. All right, here we go. A leaf caught in there. Okay. And I think I need one more to separate this part. Something like that. And this part. Give this this space to grow up here. And just like Peter Chan tells us, I am following the 2-branch principle where I make sure to go around 2 branches each time. Use them to anchor off of one another. Start with this larger one here. Very loose around the trunk. I don't want it to come off. I'm going to go around this a little bit more. That's it. I'll check it, see if it needs repotted, but I don't think it will. I'll just grow it in this for another summer. Thanks for joining. We'll keep watching this rock trumpet as it grows.